are going to be adding all those marks to your work to create a coloured mood board, you're also going to be working with water-soluble pen. So for example, I'm not going to colour in everything, but I'm just going to show you some examples. On your eye, or if you've got an eye, one of your letters, you can actually use scumbling. Always go around the outside first, so you've got a definite edge to work to. You could use scumbling inside. And fill in the eye with a scumbling, and then on the outside you could actually use hatching. I'm not going to do it all with directional hatching around the outside. So it's up to you. You can be as creative with these marks as you like. You don't have to fill up the whole section. You can just fill up half of the backgrounds. The letters either need to be plain, left plain, or they need to be completely full. Otherwise, you lose some of the detail. They're not very visible. So we've got scumbling and directional hatching. Going to leave the question mark empty, but I'm going to do some cross hatching in the background. Always go around the outline so you've got a definite line to work to. Okay. So you can see I'm building up the lines to create the cross hatching. One thing when you're actually working like that, if you're worried about working over the edge of a line, you can actually put some paper down and it will help those lines to remain in the area where you're drawing. You can combine hatching with cross hatching, so you've got variation in the background. It's up to you to be as creative as you want to with these marks. Right, the water blendable pen. You use it like a normal pen or a pencil. You're just going to draw your lines. I'm only going to do this section just so that you can see quickly. And I'm going to use hatching. Working really neatly. When I did my original mood board, some of my lines were quite messy and actually I didn't like the outcome. Okay, so I'm just going to draw to there so you get the idea that you're actually working down with the water-soluble pen. Once you've filled in all of your detail, it could be a bit of scumbling. Scumbling works really well with the water-soluble pen. So if I do a bit of scumbling here, so you can see, you need to see some of the page through the scumbling with the water-soluble pen because it's actually going to fill up all those gaps once it's activated with the water. So if you've coloured too much, then actually it becomes too dark and you can't see any of your texture or marks that you've made. So that's an example of scumbling. So you get a clean brush with water and literally you're going to tap it just to activate the ink. If you move it around too much, then you lose all those lovely marks that you made in the first place and you end up just with a wishy-washy patch instead. So you're literally just activating that ink with a little bit of water and spreading it so it fills up, and you can see that it becomes like a purpley grey shade on the page. So that's with the lines. You can still see the hatching And with the scumbling, you should be able to see purple mixed with the dark ink, and as you're moving it around, you can actually blend it, you can fade it out. Once you've activated the ink and you've let it dry, you can't reactivate it again, so you need to do all of your work whilst it's still wet in that area. Okay, so that's using scumbling, hatching, cross-hatching and directional hatching to add texture, pattern and colour to your drawn mood board.